Hi, this is Ernie and hi. Join us on an exciting bird safari to take a glimpse of how sensational bird watching is in the national parks and game reserve of Kenya. Though we took this trip as a classic game viewing safari, it was surprising to find many opportunities for bird photography. We are not birders or bird experts, but simply enthusiasts in bird photography. So we took advantage of this golden opportunity to photograph these stunning birds with dazzling colors and diversity as we spot them along the way. This was certainly one of the unexpected highlights of our trip to Kenya last August of this year, 2022.
They were from one nest. They hatched it from one nest, and that is where you see they are there together. So when it comes to breeding, the breeding will take place at the same time. They will come together because they are polygamous with all the females, and then cooperative breeding. You remember the cooperative nest? So they would, they love one nest. The cooperative breeding. The mama will do that during the day, and then the papa will be very, very careful because during the day, predators are very active during the day. They don't do very well at night. So during the day, when they're going to kind of direction of the body, kind of try to run, and then the mama, because the mama they are working together, the mama is going to do.
The female ostriches are brown in color in contrast to the male with distinctive black bodies and plumage with white wing tips and tail. These flightless African ostriches are the biggest bird in the world. They are also known to be the fastest two-legged animal that can sprint up to 50 miles per hour, outrunning other wildlife animals.
They can hunt.
Yeah.
But the big enemy is like a cheetah because the cheetah is the fastest.
Breasted.
Black-breasted.
Bastard.
Bastard.
Mustard.
Bastard.
Belly.
Black belly.
Black belly. Bellyhead. It's a black belly.
Mustard. Mustard.
African eagles are Africa's iconic terrestrial predators. They are some of the most majestic soaring wildlife, with the fish eagle as the most beautiful raptor and the martial eagle as the largest African eagle. They hunt and feed on a wide variety of prey and can handle animals heavier than themselves. They are masters of the sky with extraordinary strength and hunting proficiency that use a combination of skill and speed, and can hurtle out of the sky at a speed of over 100 kilometers per hour. They are sight hunters, capable of spotting a prey miles away with their exceptional visual acuity of 4 to 8 times sharper than the human eye. Their talons are so powerful with a grip so tight to suffocate a prey. Hornbills are large birds, but the red-billed hornbill is one of the smaller ones. Their neck bones are fused to support their big, heavy bill. They are usually found in dry savannas and shrublands, like we have here at this Samburu National Park. They feed primarily on insects, thus helps control the insect population. Therefore, they are important birds in maintaining a healthy ecosystem. Gray-headed kingfisher, this beautiful bird is my favorite. It likes to perch on branches, unmoving for long periods, as you can see here. It watches the ground for signs of insects and small lizards. Though often found near watercourses, they are not aquatic, as most kingfishers, and rarely eats any fish. This giant eagle owl is the largest owl species in Africa. It could weigh up to 6 pounds with a wingspan to over 5 feet. The shrikes are also known as butcher birds because they impale their prey on thorns. Helmeted guinea fowl or African chicken bird are terrestrial birds that prefer to spend their time scavenging on the ground. Although they can fly, they prefer to walk or run when confronted, as you can see here. A vulture in guinea fowls is the largest of the 6 known guinea fowls. They are terrestrial birds but rarely fly, except to roost up in the trees at night. When confronted, they will run rather than fly. A vulture in guinea fowls is so named because of the appearance of their head and neck likened to a vulture. A superb starling is a beautiful small bird with a distinctive plumage pattern of metallic color. The belly is red-orange, separated from the blue chest by a white bar. They are gregarious, tame, and unafraid of people, and frequently seen flying in and around and landing on our open dining area and lounge. It is the best-known starling in East Africa. Repulsive starling is distinguished by their long tail, as you can see from this photo. They are social birds and typically seen with other birds, but unluckily most have flown away before we could take a photo. Chestnut-bellied sandgrouse is a plump, dove-like bird with a pointed tail. It inhabits a semi-desert and dry plains. It is odd that it is reliant on water despite living in a barren environment. It would travel some 80 kilometers a day just to search for water. This male black-faced sandgrouse, as the name implies, has a distinctive black mark across the face and onto the throat. Now let's move on south to our next destination, the Aberdare National Forest Park, located just 100 kilometers north of Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. It is part of the Aberdare mountain range. We will be staying at a mountain lodge called the Ark, 6,600 feet. 6,600 feet elevation. It is a picturesque forest area and habitat of a variety of large animals and various wildlife. Bird viewing is rewarding, with over 250 species of birds in this park, which we had the opportunity to photograph a few of them in spite of the rain. The first bird that we encountered was the speckled mouse bird, the most common and largest of the mouse birds. They are playful and fun to watch. They are easily recognizable by their long tail, as you can see from this photo. They are noisy, as you can hear. They are social birds, and you can see them feeding together. So named mouse bird because of their dull, mousy brown color. Baglefic weaver is a small, beautiful bird, so named weaver because of its intricate nest they weave, made out of grass, leaves, and other plant materials, woven so tightly that they resemble a basket. The nests are found hanging from tree branches and shrubs. A white-headed buffalo weaver is a perching bird or a passerine bird that loves to follow the buffalo herds and feed on the insects on their bodies, and that is how the buffalo part of their name is derived. The Egyptian goose was considered sacred by the ancient Egyptians.
So 3 days
It is a native
ago, we
of
saw
Africa
that
and the
piece of
Nile
wildlife.
Valley. It is largely a terrestrial bird which will also perch on trees and buildings. This brown water bird is unmistakable with its distinctive brown patch around its eye. Its habitat is almost anywhere there is water. Eurasian moorhen is also known as a water hen or swamp chicken. It resembles a cross between a duck and a chicken. Its red bill with a yellow tip identifies it as an adult. It walks with a sneaky or a stealthy gait. White-headed mousebird is a small bird with a thin, long, scruffy tail and have a mousy brown color with soft hair-like body feathers. They are gregarious and like to scamper or scurry through leaves like rodents. All these features have likened them to a mice or rodents and thus named as such. This large, long-legged, long-necked gray heron wading bird can be observed standing by the waterside or near shallow ponds. They move so gracefully as it quietly waves through the water to hunt for fish. The crowned lapwing or crowned plover is a large bird with a long thin legs that is readily recognizable by its distinctive crown pattern with a white halo around their black head. Blacksmith lapwing is so named because its call sounds goes a tink tink tink, which sounds like a blacksmith hammering on an anvil. The African spoonbill is a water bird unmistakable with its all-white plumage and distinctive flattened spoon-shaped bill. They forage their food by swinging their heads side to side with their open bill on the water. This colorful bird is one of 3 species named peafowl. Male peafowl are referred to as peacocks and females are referred to as peahens. But colloquially, both are called peacocks, probably because the males are more vibrant and famous. It represents elegance and royalty. Remember the peacock throne of the former Shah of Iran? Now let us move on southwest to Lake Nakuru and the Rift Valley. It is a shallow and alkaline lake with no outlet or outflow. It is known for the millions of flamingos nesting along the shores, as we will see here. Besides the water birds and various other bird species of over 400, it is also the habitat of giraffe, rhinos, buffaloes, and other wildlife. It is a haven for bird lovers. Besides the flamingos, there are also large fish-eating birds such as the cormorants and pelicans. I think what we are seeing here is the greater flamingo, as they are bigger and taller and distinguished by their red bill with a black tip. Their plumage is whitish with just a small shade of a pale pink blush, while the iconic lesser flamingos are smaller and are distinguished by their deep red carmine bill and bright pink plumage. They feed on blue-green algae, shrimp, and other water insects. During the mating season, the male are attracted more to the female with the brightest pink. The millions of flamingos that inhabit Nakuru Lake is stunning.
Hunting
bird.
bird.
Let's go on.
Which is it?
It is not a really it's a guitar. It's a rabbit.
Oh, a rabbit.
But
Secretary bird is also known as a snake killer. A sacred ibis is so named because it was linked to the gods in ancient Egypt, recognizable with its white body contrasted with its black head and neck. Another ibis is so named for the distinctive loud call sounds they make in flight, trumpeting ha-da-da as they return to roost in the trees. They like to hang around human habitation, as such they are found in the garden and in the golf green. Yellow-billed stork, as you can see here, the wetlands is their habitat more than the other species of stork. Its long straight bill allows them to feed in water more than a feet deep. Their bill is sensitive, so when it touches a prey, it snaps it shut. They fly in a soaring and gliding motion, soaring on thermals and gliding by turns, covering large distances without wasting much energy. Masai Mara is one of the most famous safari destinations in Africa, located in the southwest region of Kenya. It is a large game reserve contiguous with the also famous Serengeti National Park in Tanzania. This area is named after the Masai people, the ancestral inhabitants of this area. It has a great population of birds of some 470 species. Here at the Masai Mara Game Reserve, and is home to the vultures and other large birds like the stork and eagles, ostrich, and also home to the lilac-breasted roller, the national bird of Kenya. This lappet-faced vulture is the largest vulture species.
These guys will be there first. They will open the what? They're gonna open the what? The kill.
They are mainly scavengers feeding on large carcasses. They have no problem eating rotten carcass as their extremely acidic stomach to almost 0 pH kills most bacteria and parasites. I find this oxpecker to be quite interesting as they graze exclusively on the bodies of large mammals. As you can see here, the only two species are the yellow-billed and the red-billed oxpecker, which is the more common. They can consume up to 1,000 tick larvae in a day, so their hosts don't mind them hanging around in their body. Scaly francolin. This bird is related to the old walled quail. It is also called a spur fowl, as most species exhibit a spur on their tarsi. They are terrestrial birds but can fly. They feed on insects, seeds, and vegetable matter. Their beaks are hooked, suited for digging at the grass.
Pelicans.
Pelicans are large water birds characterized by their long beak and large throat pouch used for catching fish and draining water before swallowing their prey.
Here. You can do 25 shots.
Saddle-billed stork doesn't make any sound as they don't have vocal organs.
Oh, wow. It's got the sort of the rust and the blacks. Much more graceful than ours. Our storks are very muscular.
And they're mean.
Yeah. But look, even his knee joints are sort of a rusty red.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
A color in the bill.
Lilac-breasted roller are exotic, colorful birds usually found alone or in pairs, perches on top of trees, open branches, poles, or on high vantage point. Then it swoops down immediately into its prey when they spot them moving. Incidentally, this is Hai's favorite bird.
Come on, fly.
This bird is unofficially considered the national bird of Kenya. Well, folks, this brings to a close this Nature Wonderland birding safari in Kenya. We hope that you enjoyed it.